Hello again. We're with the Comox Valley Horticultural Society, and we're doing another garden chore with Darlene. And this time she's going to show us how to, well, what is it you're going to show us, Darlene? Something with daylilies,
going
anyway.
to divide up this daylily that's been in the ground for probably 10 years.
Okay.
So this is the Evening Bell. I'll just show you a picture of the blossom. The blossom is about 5 or 6 inches across. It gets hundreds of flowers on the plant. A lot of people think, oh, daylily, it's there in a day and gone in a day. But the flower scapes have 5 or 6 flower buds on them, and each day one will come out as one is gone. This is fantastic. Across the yard, the yellow is just lights up everything. You can't miss it. It's one of my favorite daylilies. So before Gordon and Linda came, I wasn't going to bore you guys with me digging this out. So I went all the way around the edge of the root and used my fork and then kept lifting to get it out. Probably took me 20 minutes. So now that it's loose, I'm going to lift it out and put it on the ground here and just show you how you can pull it apart. So I label all mine because I have about 50 or so in the yard, and I do remember most of the names, but if somebody's wandering around, the label is there for them to see what it's called. As I say, this has probably been here for about 10 years. It's well overdue to be divided. Yet last year it bloomed. It was about this big through here and just never stopped. They grow in all kinds of soil. You can see they've got really strong roots and lots of them. Don't be worried about damaging roots or pulling them out. Some of this is going to get smashed. And you can see it's quite heavy. The stems that are coming up around the outside edge will be healthier than the ones inside. If you can see inside, there's roots coming on top of roots on top of the plant. So well overdue for dividing. And when you divide a plant, make sure you keep the healthy stuff and just throw away the stuff that's all gnarled. It's never going to be a healthy plant if you plant every piece that you take out of here. So don't be panicked if it's going to break up, and I'm going to chop through lots of these stems. We're going to throw them away in the compost. So only pot up good healthy stock. So I'm going to take my fork here, and I hope this works because it's really heavy. I'm going to dig through with my fork. If you have 2 forks, you put another one here and pull apart. But if you don't, I also have a flat shovel. And I'm going to put it right against the fork here. And then I'm going to start to pry. Works really well.
That snaps right off very easily.
It did. Now
Yes.
I'll show you. So you can see parts of these stems got broken. I'll probably pull those out and throw them away. Unless the other side is really strong. It's hard to get your fork out too. And then you can start teasing them out. This stuff here is just leaf mass from last year. This isn't bad. If I had roots on the other side, it would be better. So you just start pulling it apart. Might have to use your fork again. As I say, it's very badly root bound. But I did one the other day that was half this size, and I got a dozen plants from it.
Wow.
So what I'll do is I will bring a bunch of compost in. I'll make this soil really nice, put some bone meal in, and I'll take a nice plant. So the plant that probably went in that hole was this big.
Okay.
And look at it now.
10 years on.
Yeah. See, now this is falling apart. There's nothing here. This is no good. They're just roots with nothing attached. This is a nice clump. You can shake it. You can put it in some water. Wash all the dirt out. Clean it up. And it's nice. We can pull off pieces in here like just the roots. There's nothing attached. And I'll even take a knife and cut this through and take off the bottom, and you'll have these nice roots that are strong and gives them new life, and away they'll go.
What are these bulges in the roots?
That's just how some of the roots grow.
Oh, okay.
Nothing wrong with that. That's just the way that it grows.
Okay.
This one has a really large flower. Some that don't have as large flower will have a finer root. They won't be as thick as these guys. And that's, yeah, this is fine. This is almost like a sweet potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So just clean it up, take off the old roots so that this can start to grow and it can have new roots, and pull these pieces out. Clean it up when you can get some that, see, this is rotten.
Yeah.
You don't want that in there. And if there's weeds, this is a good time to get it out, wash it, and trim it. If you ever get these in the mail order, they have no soil on them. They're dry. They take all of this and clip it off, and you just get a little few roots. Sometimes you'll have 4 or 5.
Okay. Wow, that's great.
Yeah. So the method with the spade, it works really, really well, just to separate the two and pull them apart.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if they've got any left over, they can bring them to your farm stand to sell for the.
These will be on the farm stand come in the spring. Yeah, I potted some up called Carumba the other day, and they look a little bit bashed, but they've all recovered in the greenhouse, and they'll be on the farm stand.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Darlene, thank you. This
You're
is
welcome.
Very educational for the clematis and for the daylilies, and that concludes another Garden Chores filming. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.